Chacha has a question. Go on.
मैं भाई मेरी आवाज सुनना। आप पाकिस्तान से पावरफुल मैन हो, आप इंडिया से पावरफुल हो, आप लोग मीडिया में आते हैं, तब एक मैच में इतनी डिमांड है, लाखों आदमी तो आने की ख्वाहिश है पाकिस्तान और इंडिया से, इनफ नहीं हो रहा है। वो तो अल्लाह ताला ने दोनों तो मौका दे दिया, सेमीफाइनल था। आप लोग हर 6 महीने में इंडिया पाकिस्तान का मैच क्यों नहीं डलवाते हैं? जब इतनी डिमांड है तब इंडिया पाकिस्तान हर आदमी मैच देखना चाहता है। और मैं बोलता हूँ बॉर्डर पे नहीं डालो, वहाँ पैसा खर्च होता है, यहाँ से बैट पर होता है। भला निकालना है गेम में निकालो, मोहब्बतें भी बढ़ेंगी। तो खुदा तेरी यही आप लोग का काम है। मैं तो पहली बार यतीम हूँ, मौका मिला यहाँ आ गया, लेकिन ये आवाज जरूर दोनों आप लोग ट्राई करो। इंडिया पाकिस्तान का हर 6 महीने में एक बार इंडिया में, एक बार पाकिस्तान में मैच होना चाहिए। प्लीज प्लीज प्लीज।
Yeah, but I think if there's an India-Pakistan game every 6 months, it's not going to be this atmosphere anymore. So I'm sure India-Pakistan should play, but I think every 2 years. Every 2 years.
I also feel that because of the politics that is involved in an India-Pakistan tie, you divorce politics from the tie and it becomes a bland contest. It becomes a colorless game. And we don't want that. We want a bit of spicy.
We have a little bit of politics also. The Prime Ministers of both the countries will be seeing this match.
Is required
but there's one issue which is taking up a lot of mind space, and I think this gentleman wants to ask that question.
Good evening, Dada. Good evening, Nami sir. So my question is regarding to some statements, some silly statements made by the Pakistani ministry over the character of Pakistani players, asking them they should not involve in match-fixing matters. So, sir, at this point of game, do you not think such a statement really affect the confidence of the players? After it's a big game for Pakistan too.
एक उर्दू में कहावत है ना कि पहले तोलो फिर बोलो. So I guess he could have been a little bit more sensitive.
It's often said, Dada, about our politicians that they tend to do things which are silly, and we score self-goals. But what Rahman Malik has done is unbelievable. Imagine a minister, a senior minister saying, "I'm tapping your phone, I'm watching you because I think you might be fixing." That's absurd. Would that impact the Pakistani team?
It's absurd, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. But whether it will impact the Pakistani team, I'm not too sure, because they are used to it. It's not something which they've heard for the first time. And the greatest thing about Pakistan in the last 3-4 months is what they've gone through and still come out as a team which has played so well in the World Cup. So for them, nothing is a disaster.
Can we get Rami Saab to explain that to us? The fact that this team has gone through so many scandals, so many players being thrown out, they've really been down and out. And yet to come back in this fashion, till a few days before the World Cup began, they didn't even know who the captain would be.
You see, I put it down to good selection. And I'm talking about first the coach. I think Waqar has done a tremendous job. Captain Shahid Afridi has played his cards smartly. Misbah-ul Haq, who won the series in New Zealand as a skipper, did not play politics. And that helped the team to get together under one roof. And now there's a little bit more confidence between the management and the players. They can depend on this management because they've resisted the temptations from outside to intervene in team matters. And also, I think there's a sense of self-belief. There's also a bit of self-realization that the ghosts and the chaos of last 12 months must not revisit the dressing room. I think they've created a wonderful environment, and credit has got to go to the team think tank and the captain and the players also. I think they realize that the nation is behind them, that cricket is a binding force in Pakistan, as it is, I'm sure, in India.
I mean, a part of the onus, a large part also would go to Shahid Afridi's leadership skills. I mean, this entire Pakistan team, despite all the obstacles that they faced in the last few years, they've been a very disciplined and well-knit unit, wouldn't you agree?
That was the biggest challenge for Pakistan, to keep away from all the wrong headlines. And I think, yes, you're absolutely right. I think the credit goes to the entire team because, A, they had to win all their matches to make it right for the world, to make the world think that they are a good cricket side. And, and I think it started from New Zealand, where they beat them in Test series, beat them in the one-day series, and they played really well against South Africa to draw the series and then were beaten closely 3-2.
Right.
So I think, the wheel was put in motion. And yes, credit to Waqar and the entire